Hiya, Cosmic Cat here with Cosmic Cat Tarot. And today during meditation this morning, I received guidance to ask the question, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? And so that is the question we seek today. Maybe have some guidance on this. I did choose the Dragon deck. I will be using that deck today. This deck only consists of the major arcana cards, which is 22. It is a master number as well, which means more significance that may resonate with you or for you. It is also the year of the dragon. Personally, I am a dragon. Depending on what year you were born, you may also be a dragon as well. Before I start this reading, as you can hear, I do have my windows open so you can hear the train whistling. So this may be a sign already that Spirit is giving us to power through these fears before we even get any further. I will call upon Spirit Guide, please be with us. Archangels Michael, Gabriel, Ariel, and Uriel. All other archangels that feel guided to be present are welcome. Ancestors and spirit guides of the highest healing vibration only, they are all welcome here. And of course our guardian angels, spirit animals, who are also welcome to be present and guide us today in this message that you have for us. Okay, without further ado, you are welcome to also call in your ancestors, set any other intentions that you have for this reading. And as I go ahead and pull these cards, Spirit, what do you have for us? What are we afraid of? What is it we are afraid of? What are we afraid of? What are we afraid of? Okay. This is typically like some call this a cross spread. In this book, this is actually called a cardinal spread. I've been seeing quite a few cardinals lately, so it does resonate with me. I hope this, let me know in the comments below if this resonates with you also. And let's get started. So our first card is the root of where the issue lies for us. Okay. All right, and this is the number 2. This is actually the High Priestess. The High Priestess. So this is our root card. This is, let me see what I feel with this energy here. Because the High Priestess is spiritual wisdom, following your inner strength, your inner gut, guidance. It's actually connecting with our wisdom that we already withhold in our bodies. And so this is the root. So this may be the root of our disconnection here. So wisdom. Perhaps we don't really want to be wise. We would rather stay in our comfort zone or stay clouded, stay numb, which also can represent staying in fear, staying in a comfortable place, because being uncomfortable or being in an uncomfortable position or being in the unknown definitely can create, for us, some fear, fear that we already have, fear of the unknown. So I do believe that this is asking, the fear is that some of you do not want to be enlightened. That's a clear message. Some do not want to be enlightened, and that's okay. I mean, some of us are brought to planet Earth to just, your purpose isn't to be enlightened. It's actually to teach others lessons, and although you may be learning your own lessons as well, it's just not in your cards in this lifetime to actually get enlightened, and that's okay. But if you want to overcome fear or want to know what you're afraid of, some is clearly definitely afraid of being enlightened or of tapping into your gut, your inner wisdom. Let's see what our second card is, because this is so your guidance in the fear of overcoming it is this is number 5. The number 5 could be significant for you, either the 5th month, so of May, or perhaps the 5th day of a certain particular month may be of significance to you if this resonates. This is a general reading, so please take what resonates with you and leave behind what doesn't. This is the Hierophant in the original tarot, and the Hierophant is about tradition. It's about mercy. The image represents a pope in the original tarot of the number 5 here. So this also is about connecting with your higher self. So some of you have major blockages that you either don't wish to, you want to stay fear-based. But I feel like if you've reached this reading today, I feel like you're having an internal struggle with that, because I think perhaps maybe you're being guided to actually change that part of your life. And if that's calling you, and if that resonates with you, please let me know in the comments below. And maybe perhaps go, if you have tarot cards at home, grab them. You can even do a reading with me while I'm doing this reading, to ask your own questions, or just take them out and shuffle and let one fly out for you and see what happens. There's a piece of hair floating in the wind here, so there's something about being up in the air. Maybe perhaps some of you feel up in the air about it. Maybe you're struggling of, I don't know, my body's telling me to do this, but I don't feel comfortable about it. That's part of gaining spiritual wisdom within yourself and source. It's your own. It is just between you and source, and what you feel and what you know is a special connection. So I highly recommend at least trying, and if you don't have any of your own, maybe just doing something that you don't normally do or that you haven't done before, either taking a yoga class, an ecstatic dancing class, a drumming class, maybe getting your own tarot cards read for you, a personal reading to seek some information, maybe seeing a medium, a Reiki session. There are so many spiritual tools out there that you can look into, and just maybe just giving it a try. There's really not much to be afraid of with this opportunity that is placed before you. And I am grateful that you were able to reach this channel today. This could also reflect like seeing beauty where there's darkness. So if that resonates with you, please let me know below. Okay, let's see what we have here. This card is what you need to know, what you need to learn from whatever it is that's going on in your life, of what you're afraid of, why, like basically why find out what you're afraid of? Why does it matter to you? If you don't already know, this card is number 20. It's a very beautiful card. You can see that. It's absolutely stunning. The red roses represent love, affection. I'm picking up that this is love for yourself. It all starts inside first, and as you see, this red orange dragon is all inside this tetrahedron. I don't say that really well, but definitely picking up Archangel Metatron vibes from this. He is actually one of the archangels that was a human being on this planet before ascension, and so he can relate to both realms. And he's a very good angel to call upon when you are seeking a little bit more wisdom, when you are opening your mind, expanding, and just being open-minded and less conditioned with the world today of what is all around. It helps with expansion. This is believe it or not, it is the number 20, which could be significant to you. But this is the Judgment card. And so 20 is, there are the last, in the major arcana, 21 is the last card. So this is actually where you've went through the entire cycle, and now you're here. You're here amongst all the planets and the stars. You're within this triangle. The triangle was the very first shape that was created ever. It was the number 3. So if we think of a triangle and how significant it is to us, the pyramids of Gaza, there's so many things that go along when it comes to just a 3-sided shape. So maybe this resonates with you with the number 3 as well. There could be 3 people in your life. You can count yourself, or you can just say it's me, myself, and spirit. That's 3 right there. It could be you, and the one could be material items, and another could be your relationship with the material items. That's 3 as well. So there's unlimited possibilities when you are able to expand, because this card is also about expansion. Expand into what the fear is. What is the fear? What is it that deep down, rooted inside of your soul, is fear? The major arcana cards are all about your soul and your soul level. And so this definitely is in regards and reference to your internal self and your relationship with yourself. And if that is unstable or unsteady, or is something that hasn't ever really been balanced for you, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to begin to start healing that on your healing journey, and to start healing it. And I mean, there's going to be ups and downs. But we're always going to have ups and downs in our lives. That's just the way that life goes. That's the cycle of life. There's a constant death and rebirth in our lives. There's a constant challenges, strives, and gratefulness and gratitude and joyous moments. I mean, we have a complete cycle. If you reflect back onto your life, you will see how you felt like you were on top of the world at times. And then there are times when you feel like you are under the world, in the underworld, and you can't even see any light of day because you're just surrounded by darkness. It's an opportunity for you to break free from your fears and break free from the fear-based conditioned mindset that most all humans have been conditioned into since they were able to walk and talk. I'm pretty sure that most of us, one of the first words we learned to say was no, because out of protection, out of our parents protecting us, it was no. It was, if there was a stove and you didn't want to touch the stove, your parents didn't want you to touch the stove because the stove is hot. So they were looking out for you by saying no to you at that time. But it was also, it's a word that it can benefit us sometimes and is much needed for us to say no. So the word no does need to be respected by us. At the same time, the word no can also have a negative connotation to it in the aspect of our lives. If, someone asked you, what are you afraid of? And, or are you afraid of knowing yourself better? And you say no. I mean, sometimes the word no is a blockage. It instantly blocks us from moving further in our lives. But the brain we've definitely lived in a conditioned environment at times. And not everyone. I mean, sure, most of us that know about these cards, know about tarot, live a different life and challenge the norm, the everyday of what most people live, or that's just what you do because that's what everyone's always done. I mean, if you don't challenge that in your life and you just feel like that's the way that life is, then yes, you're going to have stagnation. You're reaching the high priestess point is going to be a challenge for you. It won't happen if you have that fear-based mindset and if you always stay stuck in that position. However, if you're able to open and expand your mind and this card also, I can't help but make sure that I do tell you with the Hierophant card, what you judge in other people is also what you have within yourself. So you're ultimately judging yourself when you judge others. And so it's something to definitely, that's a very deep, it is a sentence, and it is also has a very deep meaning behind it. So try to keep that in mind when and if, and it's the same for you. I mean, even if you're judging yourself, you're potentially blocking your own inner growth from happening, and perhaps even looking at yourself at a lower space instead of a more level and balanced environment of what you deserve. So I hope that resonates with some of you. It's interesting. I just shared that, and here we are in the judgment phase. And this card ultimately means that everything that's ever happened in your life, in this lifetime, on this planet Earth, was meant to happen. And it was meant to happen for you. Everyone and anything that you've ever met or felt anything toward, whether it was a human being or a bird that you connected eye to eye with, or a skunk that you got skunked by, whatever, the eagle that soared over top above your head and you felt as though it looked directly at you or it was sending a message to you, all of those things are very real. They are not meant to take for granted. They're very absolutely real for us. So it's important to keep that in mind and to not be so just so conditioned with, oh, you're not supposed to do this, or that's not supposed to be that way. I mean, challenge those thoughts sometimes when you have them. I mean, this literally says, the in the guidance book that came with this deck, I've got to read this part to you in this book. It actually says, now is the time for you to begin to understand the magic of the soul's journey and to extract the wisdom and insight from past challenges. With completion comes the power of rejuvenation and metamorphosis. I mean, that couldn't be more clear. Couldn't be more clear as far as, yeah, I mean, that's beautiful. Okay, and this was what you need to learn from this issue. So this is what you need to learn as far as, what are you afraid of? What is it you are afraid of? Okay, let's see what we have in this placement here. We have, okay, this is the obstacle or challenge that you must be aware of at this time. And this is the number 10, and 10 could be significant for you. And I believe this is ruled by, the number 10 is the wheel, the cosmic wheel. This solidifies the fact that the life is a cycle. It is a circle. It is a constant. As I said earlier, it just goes. It continues to go. It continues to go. I mean, if you are beyond 28, if you are 30 years old or more, you can actually sit back and reflect on your life and take everything that I said into consideration and reflect on that as far as your own cycle of life on this planet. Have you had trials? Have you had tribulations? Have you had the most wonderful, beautiful, joyous moments of where you just felt like you were flying but you weren't? I mean, have you had miraculous situations happen to you? Miracles that you explain to your friends and they're just looking at you as if they're in disbelief because it just sounds so way far out there that it almost sounds unreal. I mean, it's insane. Yeah. The wheel will always keep turning. The wheel is always ever present. Light and dark will always exist. Accepting both is where true peace and inner peace lies. Balancing both of them. I mean, you're just like, you're all consumed inside of this wheel, and you're also hugging it. You're embracing the wheel in this card. One represents new beginnings. So this is the new beginnings. So yeah, your challenges may be Are you limiting this? Are you in disbelief? Are you able to actually listen to this reading fully and try to allow your soul to hear it? Or are you just, oh, this is so far-fetched. Oh, I can't even, oh, I don't, I mean, the your blockage and your obstacle could be the fact of even recognizing or having the little amount of belief that, you know, maybe life is a cycle of completing, of starting here and ending this and completing it and then moving on into something else. Maybe our souls are really always ever existing. Maybe our souls don't ever really die. Maybe our souls have lived many, many lifetimes and have many, many ancestors. And, maybe our Creator did create us and has recreated us over and over again. And we have ancestral karma. We have our own karma. We also have many, many lessons to learn on this life. And it's completely up to us to either learn them, to give them the time of day, or to just stay oblivious and say, I think I'll just continue living in fear. I'll just continue living in fear, listening to what other people say and doing as they say. I don't need to think about this because this is the way it's always been, or this is what I was told. This is how I was raised. There's no need for me to be curious about something else. That is the message that I'm picking up on the blockage of what this is. Actually a very beautiful card. It's wonderful. Destiny. I mean, yeah, are you afraid of your destiny? Are you afraid of your destiny? Are you living your life right now, or are you already assuming you're dead? Are you already living a life of like Eeyore? Are you in the life of Eeyore? Eeyore is on Winnie the Pooh cartoon, and he's always depressed. He's always down. He's always like, whoa, everything's bad and everything's dark and everything's a storm and a cloud. Whereas like Tigger is like this bouncy little joyous little ray of sunshine, just always like woohoo, like always. He's way high. He's way atop. He could use some grounding maybe, but he's just joyful and joyous to be around. And at the same time, neither one of them are, one is way extreme high in their joyous lifestyle, and then the other one is extremely low. So there needs to be that balance. Let's see what we have in the middle for our final card here. Okay, and this is our potential, if we go through these phases and we listen and we start to actually do any of these 4 breakthroughs that we have, then we will, if the lessons are learned and the obstacles are overcome, oh my God, I cannot believe we've got 0. I might cry. This is the most beautiful card. This is where we always want to be, because this is the super consciousness. This is 0, the full, the cosmic egg, spirit. This is where we're ultimately, okay, pull myself together. Look how beautiful this card is. Yeah, I mean, this solidifies absolutely everything that I've poured out into this reading right here, and I appreciate you for being present, and I'm grateful that you listened through. Please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I absolutely love this. This is the Fool. In the original tarot, the Fool has like, I think he might have one of those like hobo sticks of like his home on his little back, and he's got a little dog, and he's about to just walk off this cliff, and it doesn't matter. It's because he's spirit, because he actually has learned. He took He broke through his fear. He sought the inner wisdom within his soul. He listened to his gut. He realized the life that he was living, and he realized to gain mercy and to judge himself and others less, and knew that that wasn't really working for him. And then it's not just a he or masculine. I definitely believe in reincarnation, and with reincarnation, we've had past lives of being a female and male energy. So there's that with this. So this tarot reading is definitely, it's timeless. So no matter when you actually are drawn to this reading, it is still effective. It still carries the energy, and it's still sacred. And no matter if you are a male or female, or transgender, or whatever race you are, or whatever ethnicity, whatever, it does not matter, because we all have a soul. We all have our own soul. And this is just wonderful, because the seeker, the fool, it's just super consciousness. You're brave. You've overcome the fear at this point. You don't have, it's a rebirth. It is absolutely limitless possibilities. That is the wonderful, that is a great way to sum this card up. Limitless possibilities. You're no longer living in the fear-based mindset of blocking and having all the fears, the conditioned mind, the believing in things that you don't even question or know why you believe in them. Like, why have I believed this my whole life? Why have I never even questioned this? If it doesn't make sense and I've never questioned it, maybe it's something for me to look into. Maybe it's time to get a book and read a little more. Maybe I will go ahead and go to this workshop and see what I can learn about this. Or, hey, I've always wanted to pick up this hobby, so why not do that? You have the opportunity to unlock limitless potential that you hold within your being. It is time to let go of the past and embrace the realm of self-expression. There is only one of you. Only one of you. Let no thought limit you. Do not allow your thoughts to limit you. Do not allow your ego to limit you. Definitely seek within to know your shadow aspect of yourself versus your inner wisdom. They can get mixed up sometimes, so it's good to actually learn and see. Don't believe others when they tell you that you are dreaming, that what you are dreaming of is impossible. Don't allow others to take away your joy or to take away your dreams. Do not allow anyone to take away what you are dreaming of. If you think about anyone that's ever invented anything from the beginning of time, and how much they were ridiculed, and I can't even imagine all of the things they were said to. I mean, this world, some of the people became famous after they died. During the time of them creating their invention, people thought they were crazy, thought they were nuts. I mean, resonate with that. Think about that for a moment and just try to see. I'm not sure if you could see inside of this or not, but this morning I definitely meditated with this amethyst wand. Yeah, there's a beautiful glow inside of this that's just stunning. and it is definitely distracting me, which is funny because that's a squirrel out there, and I'm getting a little squirrely now. Like my cat instincts distracted with shiny things. So anyway, this is all that I have for you at this time, but I do absolutely love this reading, and please let me know in the comments below if there's anything that you would like for me to send positive vibes to your way, or if any of this resonated with you. I'm honored to be able to take the time and do this with you today. As a numerologist, we have the number 2, 5, 20, and 10, and 0. It's like the cycle, the cosmic wheel, going all around and ending. Hopefully we all end up right here in the Fool's position. The divine in me greets the divine in you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Cosmic Cat signing off, meow.